then reach up. Hands touch. Exhale, diving it forward, lengthening the spine, hands on the blocks. Lift up halfway. Exhale, fold it forward. Lifting all the way up. Utthita Hasta Tadasana, Anjali Mudra, Tadasana. Okay, so now we're going to do a little bit more with the split part, okay? Let's go ahead and go back to the left side. So let's lift the arms up, extended arms in mountain pose. Go ahead and just dive it forward, hands on your blocks. Step that left foot back, bend the knee, uncurl the toes. This time bring the blocks with you. Lean back, straighten that right leg, flex the foot. So you are more than welcome to rest here on your fingertips, okay? This is a serious stretch that is happening. So if this is good enough for you, then please just stay here, okay? Ardha Hamananasana. For those of you who would like to join me into Hamananasana, because Ardha means half, okay? So half split, which is what this is. I'm going to try to move into the full split. So I'm going to use my blocks because I'm doing this supported. And as you see, I'm just scooting my left foot back. You see that? And how it's just sliding down on with my knee. Now, when you're doing the splits, it's important to keep the hips level. Just because the right leg is forward, the right hip wants to move forward too. I'm going to move the hip back so that my hips are level and my split looks even, if that makes sense. Okay? All right, guys, this is as far down as I can go now. Don't go past your edge, right? You go past the edge, you fall off the cliff. We don't want to fall. Man, I've done it before, and it hurts. It hurts to overstretch. It takes months to heal, and it's just not worth it. So take your time. If it hurts too much, don't do it. You should just feel a stretch happening, okay? This is a gradual thing. You don't just drop into the splits. It takes time. You got to slowly stretch the muscle out, okay? And you got to do it often. Got to do it often. All right, so as you can see, my right thigh is almost down. I'm so close. I can feel it, guys. Okay, so I'm about to transition out of this pose. Coming out, it's a little bit challenging. What I do is I just slide my right heel back, and I come all the way back. Okay, hands off the blocks. I'm going to lift up and come back into downward facing dog. And when you do this, you're going to feel a little bit wacky because one leg feels longer than the other because of how we just stretched the right leg. Let's do the other side. Bend the knees, step forward, bring your blocks back to the front. Just place your hands on the blocks. And then place the hands on the hips. And let's lift all the way up. All right, one more side. Reaching up, extended arms in mountain pose. Exhaling as you're diving it forward. Coming back to Uttanasana, hands on the blocks. Lift up halfway. And this time let's step the right foot back. Right knee is down, uncurl the toes. Shift back, straighten that left leg on your fingertips. Remember, flex the foot, right? Shoulders relaxed. Breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Now already, this side is a tighter side for me. I can feel my whole leg is locked up from the hip all the way down to the Achilles. So I can definitely not get down as close as I could with the right side. But we're going to try and see how I do, okay? So for those of you who need to stay here, please do so. This is good enough of a stretch for you. Do that. If you'd like to increase, grab your blocks. And same thing, I'm going to slide my right foot back. And that kind of lets my right knee go back. Pulling my left hip back. And this is it. This is as far as I can go on this side. Breathing in. Relaxing the muscles in the face. A lot of times when we're in these poses that are not very comfortable to us, our facial expressions change. We might start to frown and not look very pleasant, right? Try to keep the smile on your face. Look at this as play. All right. We're going to stay here a moment longer. So it's also very easy to shift forward when you're in this pose. You want to make sure your torso is up, your shoulders are back, okay? Instead of rounding forward and trying to bring those shoulders up near your ears. All right, let's come out of this pose, taking my left leg all the way back. Now I'm putting the blocks to the side. Lifting up to my last downward facing dog of the day. How does that feel? Legs feel good. Can come up onto the ball of your feet again. Lift the tailbone up. Feel the stretch happening in the legs now. They feel much looser, not as tight when we began. Feels good. All right, heels together, knees down, toes uncurl. Sit back, tailbone towards your heels as we come back into child's pose. Rotating those arms again, opening up, creating space for those shoulder blades.